This is SoloFlex, a revolutionary machine you can use at home. It combines all the safety features of the more expensive health club machines with the benefits of the more traditional free weights. Those barbells, pulleys, weights, and assorted racks. Essentially, SoloFlex doesn't do anything new. It just does it all better.
Hey guys, I'm Lauren Abraham, internationally published fitness model, pro athlete, and your host
for Total Crunch. Total Crunch is the key to achieving all your fitness goals. It's simple. If you want the most time and physically effective workout possible, you want Total Crunch. Just one fitness routine a week will achieve serious results in record time. The key is that with Total Crunch, you work out your entire
The fitness industry is a lie. So you're probably thinking, of course the fitness industry is a lie. We know about the Photoshop and the steroids. How are you going to make an entire video essay on that? Well, because the rabbit hole goes much deeper than that in the fitness industry. Let's go ahead and talk about the obvious. Those Instagram models. Men and women may not be telling it like it is, because the key word is industry, fitness industry, the latter being much more important than the former. It is designed to sell, and unfortunately, saturation and competition has led many companies astray, and many others follow suit because the only metric that matters is money. Now, there's a chart that many use to guess if someone is using performance-enhancing drugs. They call it the FFMI, the Fat-Free Mass Index. You see, the FFMI was created because of the lack of nuance in the BMI, the Body Mass Index. The BMI can only create results based off of your weight relative to your height. So a muscular man can be considered overweight due to his size, even if his size is skewed by his muscle mass. But there are muscle limitations, and if one exceeds the average muscle limitation, which can be revealed using the FFMI, then they will be under suspicion of using performance-enhancing drugs. This all derives from a study done in 1995 that looked at natural bodybuilders versus steroid-using bodybuilders. This looked at specific measurements of the body and provided scores that would be put into a mathematical equation, and a determination would be made. Because the steroid user's average score was 25 and the average score of a non-user was 22, the cutoff range was considered 25. However, keep in mind that there were some non-users who scored 25, as that was the maximum for non-users, and for steroid users the maximum was 32. So if your favorite Instagram model or YouTube fitness guru scores above 25, it will put them under suspicion. But let's put that to rest, because what matters is not if someone used steroids or not, it's how big can you actually get and how fast can you lose. This is where I believe the deception within your own body image is more potent. Yes, it is no secret that some people pretend to be natural when they are not. But why bother even trying to figure it out? That's one of the major problems within the fitness industry. The audience. Yes, the audience. Sure, a guy or girl pretending to be natural is deplorable and they should be ashamed of themselves. But in this very heavy informational world, someone blindly believing someone else simply because of the way they look can be argued to be equally as shameful. You see, many men overestimate the amount of muscle they can build via an entire lifetime. And funny enough, many women also overestimate the amount of muscle they can build and unlike men, try to avoid building muscle. Men see a transformation on Instagram and say to themselves, oh, I can build at least 20 pounds of muscle before the summer. I'm here to tell you that you cannot do that. Why? Because the cold hard truth is that naturally, via your entire lifetime, the average amount of muscle that you can build is 40 to 50 pounds as a male. And for females, don't be so scared to pick up weights because men carry a testosterone advantage that allow them to build those 40 to 50 pounds. You can only build about 20 to 25 pounds naturally. Now, this is not to be confused with overall weight that consists of water, glycogen, body fat, and muscle. 40 to 50 and 20 to 25 is only muscle mass. Think about that for a second. 40 to 50 pounds via your entire lifespan. That's it. So when you see a skinny guy turn pro bodybuilder in just 8 months, that is not physically possible. And if you want to break it down to months, it is about 1 to 2 pounds a month for men and 0.5 to 1 pound a month for women. Those are very small incremental increases. Gaining muscle is a multi-year journey, not a quick summer build. And to add more insult to self-confidence injury, your first year of resistance training will net you more than twice the amount of muscle from the following year. And every following year, your growth will reduce by 50%, more than half for every subsequent year. I want you to understand this moving forward, because then you will be able to realistically work towards your goal. You see, fitness models or online trainers and even infomercials know these numbers and these rates of success, and they prey on innocent people who are unaware. There is one silver lining that the fitness industry would love to keep secret. But the truth is, when you build muscle, it is very hard to permanently lose everything you have worked for. Every guru and every infomercial would have you believe that any deviation to their perfect program will throw all of your hard work down the tube. Truth is that muscle possesses an epigenetic memory of hypertrophy. In short, this is called muscle memory. A study published in 2018 by Robert A. Seaborn and colleagues showed just that. And if you were to stop working out for a year, after 5 years, you can gain all of your muscle back in a very short time due to this biological phenomenon. So contrary to what the fitness industry may have you believe, all your muscle building work is somewhat permanent. Yes, a lack of trying will reduce the muscle, but as soon as you restart, you do not have to go through the same years of hard work to regain your size. This is why many gurus who lose weight due to injury gain it all back in an almost magical and comical time frame, simply because of muscle memory. But when it comes to initial muscle gain and weight loss, the fitness industry is relentless and purposefully target the new gym goer or new person trying to gain health and nutrition. Their weapon? Instant gratification. We live in a world where every technological advancement is simply working towards instant gratification. To the subtle changes in having to turn your key to start a car engine, to now simply sitting in the vehicle and pressing a button. Your instant gratification was changed by less than a second, but it is enough to satisfy you. Even social media is a form of instant gratification. Quickly and instantly, you can catch up with your family and friends. You can see what's relevant in today's news and stories instantly. If you want to know how many people enjoy a vacation rental, you do not need to read every review. A star system is allocated so that you can easily make a quick determination on if the rental is worth your time. Instant gratification. The major problem with this is that biological elements can be discovered, but very rarely can they be drastically changed. The fitness industry does not care. They will play on your instant gratification. Gain 20 pounds of muscle in 30 days, lose all of your weight in 30 days, and so on and so forth. By now, it should be no secret that infomercials use actors for these 30-day weight loss diets. But a whistleblower who explained her experience in an article on crack.com showed the extent that the fitness industry is willing to go to provide the false sense of instant gratification. The person who wrote the article stated that the company was using a non-diet approach. However, she was forced to eat no more than 1,000 calories for 30 days by the team and producers. She was also instructed to take diet pills, which they refer to as diet aid pills. And then when it was time to do the transformation pictures for the before, she was told to push her belly out, not to smile, and no makeup was applied. Also, poor lighting was used. And of course, for the after picture, makeup was applied, she was asked to suck in her stomach, smile, and good lighting was used. What about those who hold up these large pair of jeans that they wore before? Well, the writer stated that they asked many of the women who had lost weight and even used surgery to bring in those old photos, and similar jeans were bought and used to push the product. Now, this was changes that occurred over many years being pushed as a 30-day weight loss program, all for instant gratification, because they know that you want to lose weight now and as quickly as possible. And for men, they know that you want to build muscle now and as quickly as possible. And when you hit the gym for the first time and you build muscle ever so slightly as someone new to resistance training, once you hit that massive slowdown, you will inherently believe that you have done something wrong, and you will look outward for the quick fix. This is where they get you right where they want you. They will tell you that you need to confuse your muscles by doing this obscure workout, and you must supplement your diet to gain the most muscle potential. Here's the truth. A systematic review published in 2017 showed that no more than 0.7 grams of protein per body weight is needed to grow muscle per day. Just 0.7. Remember, supplementation is just that, a supplement to your diet, not an addition to your diet. It is there if and only if you lack the ability to get the nutrients necessary from your typical diet. And the research showed that those who consumed more protein did not gain more muscle than those who consumed 0.7 grams. 0.7 grams per pound of body weight can easily be achieved by eating normally, and on the contrary, many of these supplements can contain dangerous chemical mixtures that can cause liver damage and even death. Criminal charges were filed against a company called USP Labs, which sold supplements that secretly contain dangerous amphetamine precursors called DMAA. New testing has seen the removal of these chemicals, but only after it was found and the damage to the public was done. In short, everything you need can be consumed simply by eating a nutritionally balanced diet. Even energy-boosting supplements were shown to not be effective at all, and that the only boost seen is from the caffeine contents. But the massive amount of caffeine put in these products can elicit nausea and heart problems. Supplements are not needed, but with the desire to gain fast muscles, many men fall heavy into this trap. Other factors that the fitness industry exploit is your fascination with the reduction of weight. You see, you become infatuated with the results on the scale to the point where the only thing that matters to you becomes the number on that scale. You think that you're putting your health first, but you're actually not. You're putting the simple metric of weight loss first over everything else. Let's look into how they exploit this. Ever heard of the phrase, "I worked so much I was in a pool of sweat"? Or, "You need to build up a good sweat during your workout"? What about going into a sauna to sweat out your body fat? How about wearing plastic fitness clothing or layering heavily to sweat like crazy and sweat out the fat? They say this and sell these products because they know that you will immediately check the scale after your workout and you will see that you've lost 5 pounds from this amazing tactic. But in reality, you are still carrying the same amount of pounds per body fat that you did before the workout. All you did was lose water weight. It's a form of trickery that they use to keep you motivated, to have you rave about their program and gear. But as we continue down this rabbit hole, let's look at the infatuation with weight loss itself. The fitness industry and its audience views fitness as binary elements. You are either fat and unhealthy or toned and healthy. That's it. But believe it or not, this is false. Even putting aside the abuse of supplements and steroids, if you were to look at these two pictures, you are more than likely to say that the guy on the left is healthier than the guy on the right, simply because you have been programmed by the fitness industry to believe that the lean, toned look is healthy and even a little bit of body fat showing is unhealthy. The binary approach. It has been set up as black and white. However, studies show that the most important element to a healthy body is not the physical look, but how metabolically fit you are. If you were to be very lean, you are at risk for organ shrinkage, immune system disorder, and heart damage. As well as if you were heavily overweight, you can experience things like risk for type 2 diabetes, increased triglycerides, and heart health. The truth is, being somewhere in the middle may be the most optimal. 10 to 15% body fat for men and 20 to 30% for women. And speaking about women, the unfortunate truth is that less is known for women across all fitness science, as 70% of all studies conducted regarding fitness have been done using male participants. Luckily, we have moved towards research including women and studies with only women to try to regain some balance. But for now, women fitness info remains somewhat in the dark. And just like men, if women reduce body fat too drastically, they can add to the metabolic breakdown by losing things like menstrual cycles. The loss of a cycle based on being overly lean is called athletic amenorrhea and can lead to thyroid issues, cognitive issues, mood, and fertility issues. The notion that you are supposed to kill yourself in the gym is also false. You must try to create hypertrophy by incorporating progressive overload, but your muscle rate cannot exceed the biological limitations simply because you worked out to near exertion for 7 days a week, 2 hours each session. I hope this shines some light on the misconceptions of the fitness industry and why virtually everything out there is a lie perpetuated to sell more product. So how do you know what is true and what isn't? Well, always be mindful of where the information is coming from. Many think that it's about who is presenting the information, but the truth is that anyone can be corrupted regardless of the fact that they have a PhD or not. Where is the information coming from is the most important factor. Are claims backed by science, studies, and meta-analysis? The science needs to stand on its own regardless of the person giving the information, be it trainer, doctor, nutritionist, or scientist. Using the understanding of the longevity in meeting fitness goals, you can train with a peace of mind knowing that you may already be doing the best that you can be doing in the gym. If you're focused and timing your breaks while adding consistent progressive overload and eating clean while maintaining metabolic fitness, you'll be on the correct path, regardless of what the fitness industry is telling you. Thank you guys. This is my 7th video essay. I love doing these. Of course, they're much harder to put together. I hope you enjoyed this. I feel like this is something I definitely want to talk about. It's always something that's hinted in all of my videos because I'm always tackling scientific studies, bringing them to the table, contrary to the popular beliefs that are out there. So this is something that I definitely wanted to dive into and explain and break down so people could understand. Let me know in the comment section if you guys experienced any of these, if you've fallen victim to any of these tactics, or if you've been enlightened and you've learned about these tactics and learned to avoid them. I definitely want to hear your input on this topic. And of course, as always, guys, I want to thank my patrons for my Patreon, and I'm going to go ahead and put their names right up here. And of course, as always, I'll see you on Wednesday for for another FAQ. Peace.